Okay, my name is Jorge Marcelo Orellana. My nickname is Coque. I was born in Chile, and since the end of the 70s, I'm living in Austria. I was a refugee also, due to the military coup in Chile, and since then I'm living in Austria, and now here in Albania. I'm a salsa DJ. I also play, of course, other Latin rhythms, but I'm a salsa DJ, 100%. Mid of the 80s, my parents were co-owners of a Latin restaurant, and the waiters there, they always heard salsa music. It was my first contact with this music, especially old school Fania, salsa, New York music. So I came in contact with this rhythm. Well, then I started to collect music, tapes. At first, tapes, really tapes. Always I'm talking about the 80s, and with the time, then I started to buy records. I had a big vinyl collection, but a fire destroyed it all. I lost all my collection. Fire. And then after the vinyls, of course, collecting CDs. And then the digital era came up, and so playing with the controllers, MP3, digital. Yeah. So I was part of all the decades, the different eras of music. Like tapes, vinyls, CDs, and now digital. I started DJ in the 80s. My first DJ experience, if I can remember, was 86. I started with tapes, and I can say maybe in Europe I'm one of the oldest DJ active DJs. I see a lot of DJs celebrating 20 years. They get respect. But I have over 30 years, almost 40 years of experience.
Ever thought of stopping? Ever thought of stopping?
No. I had 1 year with a break, one and a half year with a break, but almost 40 years playing salsa in Vienna and some outside also. Not always in big festivals, but in Vienna, most places in Austria and the neighbor countries. That's it.
So, as someone who used to like listening to music more, as you said, what's the difference between you playing now and you just being someone who enjoys listening to music? Like, what's so beautiful about being a DJ for you?
I feel the music, I feel the instruments. I'm also a little bit musician, so I can, how can I explain, to feel every part of the instruments, especially percussion, bass line, the metals, and I'm every time enjoying the music. Also to dance. I dance Cuban style, and of course I play Cuban music, but also crossbody style. I began with crossbody music, and I feel both. To play the music, to listen to music, and to dance to music.
This is a question I really like. I normally don't get answers, but what's your favorite instrument?
Instrument.
You have to pick one.
My favorite instrument is timbales and the bass.
Why?
Timbales because it's significant for the breaks. For the breaks, if you want a break, then so that's it. And the bass, and without bass line, there is no salsa. No, of course. Without bass lines, it's not coming to you and makes you feel the
what have you noticed that has probably changed in the salsa scene for dancers throughout the years? Like music-wise, feeling-wise,
Yeah.
connection-wise, popularity-wise.
If I, well, let me tell you that we start in the 80s with hardcore salsa, and that was the hype. And then came the salsa romantica with Lalo Rodriguez, Frankie Ruiz, and all this, Eddie Santiago. And for me, there was an era that salsa went down. Yeah. Then it was years there were nothing new in salsa. And then now, starting at the 2000 years, it's raised up again with new bands, the new era of salsa, new bands, new school, call it. And now I realized that in the salsa scene there is this romantic move. I think it's swapped to salsa because there's this bachata and kizomba movement where the dancers prefer to dance slowly and more romantic, take over to salsa, and a lot of new productions are very slow tempo, and this is not mine especially, but this is my opinion, my taste. For dancing, of course, you have to dance mid-tempo, slow tempo. If you want to dance with power, it's a different story.
I know of a conversation that maybe you had with Dodi, and there was something you said about if you choose to play a song and you change the BPM of it for the party, for example, play it a lot faster or a lot slower.
Yeah.
It's a disrespect towards the artist that you're playing if you choose to play it.
There was an issue a month ago where musicians were complaining about the DJs to pitch up or pitch down the songs. And it's a big discussion about between the bands and the DJs to respect the production, and we as DJ, of course, we try to keep it on the original tempo. Maybe you have to push it and you lift them up or down, but sometimes it's necessary. A band produced one song, which is original, the idea from the band was like to do it how it is. It's a great song, yeah. It can be a great song, or it is a great song. But if you try it one-to-one on the dance floor, maybe it's not a good. The dancers will not feel it. Like people with musicality know about it. And yeah, you have to respect it. You can work a bit faster, slower, but try to keep the original BPM. Yeah? Yes. I had an experience last summer in a festival in Slovenia. I was there for a weekend, and unfortunately I had a problem with dancers because, I was playing my set with a speed of about 95 on average, and it was too fast. And a lot of people complaining about now you have to play slower, come down. About 90, 89 BPM, 90 BPM. It's okay, but you cannot play the whole night. It's too slow. Yeah, you have to go up, go down. And yeah, a new experience that people sometimes prefer to stay with a low tempo and not to speed it up. In Vienna, I'm now playing in a Cuban event every Saturday where the people dance up to 100 BPM and they want it. And it's different. You cannot always fulfill all the dancers.
what would you say would be the key for new dancers or new enjoyers of the music in general to have a better understanding or insight in the musicality of songs?
The key is the clave.
I knew you'd say that.
If you don't get the clave or you don't feel the clave, it's difficult, very difficult to get into the song. So if we talk about cross-body style, you can dance on one or two, but the clave is the main key. Yeah. If you don't feel it, it's difficult. But this is it. The key is the clave. This is for me the.
You demonstrate the clave to us so that we know.
The clave, we have the 2-3 or the 3-2 clave. We have 3-2 clave, and we have the 2-3 clave, and we have the bossa nova clave. Also, sometimes in salsa, three different claves.
Thank you.